Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. I said today I was feeling pretty good, feeling empowered, enlightened. So I wanted to just come through with some jewels and little positivity and uplifting, some good word for today. Being that it's Thursday, I couldn't wait till Friday. I was going to wait till Friday and do a video, but I said this couldn't wait because it was weighing on my heart. And I feel right now, um, being a child of the Most High, we have work to do. And I feel it's so important right now that we get out here and try to enlighten as many people as possible. Today, it's just two things two topics I wanted to go over. First, offhand, I wanted to say, it's a beautiful thing when everyone can come together and love each other, show love. We are in a time of transitioning and we are entering a new earth. So, right now, I understand, and I'm going to say this because I feel it's weighing on my heart to say, and this light is really on my glasses. And I feel it's something that is necessary. It needs to be said. I really can't concern myself with who gets offended or not. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be honest because right now, we've gone through our moments of the awakening and learning truths on individuals, learning truths about the world, the wickedness, learning truths about the industry. And I feel right now there's nothing wrong with us still spreading truth. But there also comes a point in time where we have to also start looking at what's holding every single individual back. We have to understand why certain people went through the things that they've gone through. No matter what religion you're in, what your belief in is in, everything talks about this time now. How we are entering a new earth. That means things are changing. A lot of things are changing. A lot of things have to change in order to bring in the new earth. In order for us to all be on one accord spiritually, with love, understanding, wisdom, we have to all have a mindset of forgiveness. And what I mean by that is we don't have to forget about a lot of the things that's going on in this world. But we also have to show forgiveness and love, and know that whatever wickedness have occurred on this planet, whatever wickedness that's still going on, know that that's going to be taken care of. Right now, our job, especially a lot of people who call themselves chosen, or they have a channel where they feel they've been chosen to be a truth speaker. I'm going to say this for my black people who have these channels. um I feel like a lot of us today suffer from self forgetfulness. And what I mean by that is we're so we're so dedicated and indulged in trying to expose the world. But when it comes to you wanting to know who you are, or you even speaking on it, I can't understand why we some of us have a problem with knowing who you are. I'm the type of person, I never got wrapped up in all the, you know, pro black this, the BLM. I never got wrapped up in all of that. Never. You know what I'm saying? And if you know, you know. However, being over the time period of us being here, of us being created, There's a lot of things in our history that was left out. And for any individual being a black person to say they could care less about that, you have to really do some soul searching within yourself and understand why do you feel that way about yourself. Loving who you are, understanding and opening your mind up to who you are, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's where I talk about we all have to be on one accord in unity. Everybody have to love each other, respect each other, and understand if we want to embrace who we are, there should no other race of people should be offended by that. If other races of people want to embrace who they are, there's no reason anybody else should be offended by that. I feel like we've come you can't you can't be about one thing but down damning another thing. You're gonna be about you. If we're gonna speak truth and we're gonna put information out and we're gonna try to enlighten our people, let's do it in a more positive, uplifting manner. Because a lot of people say truth this, truth that, but this is my message to anybody who's watching any of these videos. Do your research. I'm learning how to keep because I'm working on my spirit. So I'm constantly working on myself daily. From the things I watch, my mind, I'm constantly trying to keep my vibration up a little higher. Because certain things and certain energy will bring your vibration down. And I'm the type of person, if I feel like it's something that's going to put me in a different level or take me out of my element or bring my vibration down, I'm going to just disconnect myself from it. And I feel right now is the time we all should be educating each other with truth. None of us know everything. Don't nobody know everything except God. When you have the God mindset, that's when you know everything. Our people over time, we don't have that mindset anymore. We're suffering from a lot of self-forgetfulness, and that stems from the life we have lived. It's allowed us to forget who we are and accept things the way it is and not care about it. This is not only the time of unity, love, and everybody coming together. This is the time where black people got to start understanding who they were and who they are. It's not about black empowerment and all this extra stuff. It's about understanding who you are and walking in that authority of who you are, the authority of over your life and your mind. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about over anyone. I'm talking about in authority of your life and your mind, making decisions for yourself, knowing who you are. Because we can't sit up in here and talk unity and we're damning who we are as a people. It's not going to work. How are you going to get respect if you can't respect who you are? Nobody has all the answers. There's nothing wrong with going out there doing your research and just doing right now. The way the earth is moving, everybody's learning themselves. Everybody is. We should be reaching higher and higher levels of knowledge, higher levels of spirituality. We've gone too many years of separation with religions and spirit, different type of things and race and things like that. That should be done with. We should be walking into knowledge. We should be the only thing we should be focusing on right now is knowing who we are, understanding who we are, and all coming together against the wickedness of this world. We can only keep damning so many people for so long for the mistakes and bad choices and bad situations they've been put in. When I first got into this, I started understanding. I looked down on a lot of people that, a lot of people who out there famous and all. I don't pay any that type of stuff right there. I've never really put myself in people's shoes until I understood what was going on. Then let me rephrase that. I never really looked at a lot of, just like all the rest of us, before some of us have entered this consciousness, truth consciousness before others. But prior to me finding out how things is going in this world, how wicked this world is, I was like everybody else and my listening to this type of admiring these celeb doing this and that. Then when I found out, I was shunning them and bashing them all the time. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's okay. We can continue to do what we feel is best, what's on our hearts. Stop it. We can continue to do what we feel is best. But at the same time, there's a way that we have to start doing things. We have to start doing things with love and compassion. It's a way that we can let our people know, enlighten our people without being negative. Talk positive, but then being negative on it. That's not how we come together. You don't discourage your people, and you don't discourage the people. We have to work together and come together as a collective. Or otherwise, we're not going to make it. I'm not saying that a lot of things that is going on in this world, everything needs to be exposed. I feel like everything needs to continue to be exposed. However, let's talk about other things as well while we're doing that. Let's uplift each other. Let's uplift our people. We also have a job as the chosen ones of the Most High. A lot of us have, I'm trying to see something here because I had taken down some information. And that's what I wanted to say. A lot of our personalities are formed by our present experience, like I stated earlier. So a lot of us who have this mentality like this don't matter, F it, that's because you have the mentality that things are always going to be the same. So you don't look at yourself higher than that as a person. We have to start looking at ourselves on a higher level, looking at ourselves as the way in the image of the Most High God. And stop allowing our mentalities to be at the bottom of the barrel. This don't matter. This ain't never matter. Okay, but we are in a new earth. We are in awakening. We are in the truth. Every race of people should be walking in the truth. But I'm going to say this because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm judging someone because, there's levels of wisdom and knowledge. I'm not there. I'm learning. My job is to empower and try to uplift my people so that we're not on this negative roller coaster, constantly looking down on ourselves, but want to do other things. We want to expose and speak truth, but when it comes to us, we don't uplift ourselves. We don't even uplift our people. Like why keep feeding the negativity? Why put the bad energy out there? How you see yourself is how other people will see you. The energy you put out is the same energy you're going to get back in return. That's what I've learned, and that's the laws of the universe. What you put out is what you get back. You put out positivity, you're going to get back positivity. We manifest our thoughts. We manifest our lives, the things we think about, the things we do. That's why we have to be in a conscience. Right now, we all need unity. We're still figuring ourselves out, everybody. But right now is the time for everybody to be coming together on a conscious level, a mental, spiritual level, to figure out what we all can do to go against these evil powers. Because this world is headed off a cliff. Everybody have something to do, but at the same time, sometimes we have to kind of switch it up because some stuff just get boring. You know what I'm saying? We get to the point now we got to start switching stuff up and start talking about how we gonna come together. Let's put these videos out here where we could talk about what we need to do to come together. Let's sit around. Let's meditate. Let's pray. Let's get into some real serious consciousness on things of what we can do If everybody have the same type of, it's so much dark negative energy, that's what's overpowered this world. Because there's so much negativity. People are in a dark place because we're in a dark times. Nobody wants to constantly jump on YouTube and things like that and social media and see negative stuff all the time. You know, it's enough negativity when you turn your TV on. You know, our thoughts create our reality. And I just felt like that was something that needed to be said, you know, because I'm the type that if there's anything that's disturbing my peace or my energy, or I feel like, you know, it's going to affect me, I'm going to remove myself from the situation and let it go and not ruin my day. We all have good and bad days. You know what I'm saying? We all have good and bad days. Like my brother from Infinite Waters, you know, he had a great message today. You know, about not letting anybody some things we got to learn how to let go, and I'm working on that. You know, we're all human. We're going to get irritated and upset and things, and sometimes we have to watch how, if we're irritated by something or we see something that may make us feel some type of way, breathe, pray on it, meditate, whatever you feel you need to do before you jump on a video and start going off, because you're pushing that energy out there. You're showing that you're upset. You're allowing negative things to affect your energy. And when you have people watching you, we have to be careful what we're pushing out, because that's what's wrong with the universe right now. That's what's wrong with the earth. There's so much negative energy being pushed out that people is sucking that in. I had to learn that. Like, let me breathe. Let me go on and get myself together before I jump on this video. You know, I could have something else going on, and I make sure I'm like, breathe, I meditate, or I pray. You know, I do both, you know, before I jump on here if I'm feeling some type of way, because I don't want it to come out in my videos, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to try to helping others. Little knowledge I gain, anything that I feel within my heart I want to talk about, I do it from my heart, and I do it from my mind. It's coming from a good place. I don't get on these videos portraying. If I do, forgive me, because I try not to get on videos portraying like I know everything, because I don't know much. I just speak on what I'm fed, what resonates with my spirit, what turns on my light bulb, when I talk about things, it's about something that I feel the whole world can relate to, because we're all going through it right now. But it's all about how we allow certain things of this world to affect us. We gonna all go through our moments, but I've learned this. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm not gonna keep sitting up here getting myself worked up over a situation that I can't change, because at the end of the day, we got to think about how blessed we are. We all have something that we want to do, putting out videos, however we feel we need to do it, do it. But sometimes we have to be careful with how we're sending out this energy, because we are in the times now, people need good energy going. They need good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to feel good. They don't want to always, you know, because we're constantly feeding the devil. We're constantly feeding this demonic energy and this demonic system. There's nothing wrong with waking people up, enlightening people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but it's a way that we do it. You can't get upset at people. You know, everybody ain't at that level of awakening. So that's one thing too. I had to watch and learn, make sure I'm not coming at people like they need to wake up, because everybody's journey is different, and some people probably never will. And that's what we have to come to terms with. We can't get upset because some people don't get it. Some people are literally trapped. they're a prisoner of their own mind. They're reprobate. So some people just really are okay and don't think nothing is wrong until they're all falling off the cliff and it's going to be too late. But we can do what we can for those who are trying to get there, and I feel like more positive energy we put out, the better the results will be. I feel like right now we should be trying to put out positive energy for everybody to unite and love each other. But also, there's nothing wrong with black people not understanding and knowing who they are because of the things we have gone through for quite some times. It don't take history to see that. Look at the history. Look at how your life has been. For most black people, how have your life been opposed to other races of people? Not saying that we the only ones that's going through it. I'm gonna say that again. I'm just saying it's not imaginary. So we have to start being careful with the energy we putting out, especially when we're trying to enlighten each other and we're trying to enlighten the world, because everybody's been lied to. We all been lied to. We've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, jerked our tail. It's just we all been haven't been told the truth. So it's something that we can do. I say we can come together and not be negative about things and bash what other people beliefs and systems and things like that, because at the end of the day, we're all human. And it's going to take a whole unity of people to stand up and say we don't want this no more. Not only are we supposed to love everybody, but we got to love ourselves. You got to love yourself. It starts within. You can't talk about loving other people if you don't have love for yourself. That's just what I wanted to say. I felt that was necessary because that was just something that was weighing on me, and I felt that was basically what my video was about, because I just felt that was something that needed to be said. I feel like what we have to do is start figuring out ways we can beat this thing spiritually and mentally. I feel like heaven and hell is a mindset. Right now, if you consciously you can either consciously or subconsciously live in heaven or hell. It's all about the mindset. I choose to stay in heaven. I choose not to dwell on a lot of negative things. I've been enlightened. I know what's up. So my job now is to try to keep people on in the light. It's once we got that, we there, and we understand. Not that we know, but we understand, because we don't know everything, but we understand what's going on. A lot of people don't understand. Some people are still sitting there with question marks above their head, not knowing what's going on. Light bulb ain't came on yet. No matter how many truth videos we put out or people put out, they still not getting it. You're still going to see people get defensive and upset. But that's part of growth. If we're going to be content creators, it's part of growth. It's not about having to explain yourself all the time or getting upset at comments. It's about just letting people be who they are, because you did your job. You did the right thing by posting what you posted. Let's keep the energy positive. Let's keep it moving on a real positive level. That's all I'm saying. I feel like that's something important that needed to be said. Now, what I wanted to say, God's perfection is unlimited. And there we are made of three things: body, personality, and mind. And the personality is the soul, and the mind is the spirit, the consciousness. And what we have to understand is a lot of us live in the spirit, which is the mind. And that controls everything, our consciousness. And I feel like right now, that's what's under attack for all of us. The dark forces of this world is trying to attack our spirits, which is our minds. The more minds they can control, the more they can control. And we have to start getting a hold of our minds because we all been through this horrible experience. We got this pandemic going on. They constantly trying to create stronger variants and stuff. And you either see people who got it still getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how many more do you gotta get before I mean, the first two ain't work. I mean, what's up? Now you boosted it, okay? So what I'm saying, but what can you do? That shows you right there. A lot of the people that's running to that, they got the spirit. Their spirits are gone because they have allowed the system to get inside. And that's what we're here to do, to try to save as many people's spirits as possible. And as long as they can continue to have people living in fear, continue to have people controlled, they're okay with that. It's like constantly feeding a hungry bear. The more that we, you know, um, obey and, not trying to say rebel, all I'm saying is have a mind of your own. We have to start getting our spirits back. We have to start getting more control of ourselves because we have allowed this system to control us and put things in our spirits that shouldn't even be there. Our spirits have been contaminated, and this is replenishing time. This is replenishing time. I see some other countries are literally fighting back, standing up, saying, "No, we're not going to deal with this. We don't want this, and we're not falling for this." But you have a lot of countries who's just scared to stand up and say anything. And in order to, you have to stand for something. Low key, they want to see you stand up, because I mean, the Most High didn't create us to just sit around here and just be ran over. Not to use our minds. Our minds are being controlled. They trying to make us iRobots around here. And it's unfortunate because, you have so many good, beautiful people who are falling into this, who's losing their spirit, because they believe. They believe in this system. They believe the lies, and it's unfortunate, It's like it's time out for it. Enough is enough. Even people who have dwelled in wickedness is tired, who are trapped. They want out. And in order for that to happen, the light has to usher itself in. We have to continue to be the light and not let anything dim the light, no matter what. And our job too is to try to bring as many people to the light as possible and strengthen their spirits so that when the time do come, or when these things do arise, people can handle it emotionally. Because some people are still trapped in darkness and in a imprisoned mindset. They don't realize what's to come. You still have people with all this stuff going on that has not happened since you've been walking the face of the earth. Some people still don't get it. The weather's changed. The industry has changed. People don't even look the same anymore. All these disasters, the exaggeration of the variants, the stuff they creating to take people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is not a sign, like, it's It's going to take a lot of prayer. It's taken a lot of prayer, a lot more people to stand up and say no. No, I'm not going to deal with this. I don't think it's fair. You're taking our freedom away. You're forcing things on us. And when the heavens and when the earth was created, have dominion. People are supposed to be free. People are supposed to be free, not controlled. That's not a life. You have people slipping into depression. You got people who just going through so much, and then it's so unfortunate because with the way that things are, you got people out here who's have mental illnesses. You have all type of homeless. You got a lot of things going on with these people. What are these people going to do? We got to think about those people too in these times like this. Something has to give. We have to come together as a collective, and we have to all be on one accord mentally and spiritually. We got to put all the BS aside and say, we're tired. We're not going to do this. Just like, what was that movie? Man. With the mask. The guy had the mask. I can't remember. Let me look it up. That movie was the movie that the tell-all. I'm sure everybody know what that movie was called. Um, Basically, where it was a message in that movie, and I see a lot of people post that the guy with the mask. It's basically, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Watch as soon as I'm done with this video, it's gonna pop in my head. But any event, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about because it was a very popular movie, and it was one of those movies basically telling us what's going to happen and how it's going to take everybody to stand up and come together. That's the only way we're going to beat this. If everybody come together and put their own personal feelings, issues, religions, all that stuff aside. Because what's going to happen is going to happen. But at the same time, we still have work that we supposed to be doing. If you can't do nothing else, keep the positive energy flowing. That's what we got to do. That's what I'm learning. To keep the positive energy flowing, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm going to try and make sure I try to keep that positive energy flowing because at the end of the day, we favored. I woke up this morning and I'm so thankful I woke up this morning. You woke up this morning. You're breathing. Somebody did it. And not only that, you have people that's battling a lot of things. Everybody's not battling the same thing. Somebody's not strong enough today. Somebody can't look at themselves in the face. Somebody's breaking down every day, crying, depressed. Somebody, struggling with their children, or it's somebody going through something. We have to be thankful for whatever we're not going through and pray for those who are going through things. Because right now, there's a lot of darkness. But we are also in a time where the light is here. And we have to continue to be the light in the midst of the darkness. I wasn't going to do a video, but I felt empowered, and I felt it was something that I needed to do for myself because when I do videos, it brings my vibration up higher and it makes me feel good. You know, it feel like I've done something. I've changed. I've tried to make a difference in somebody's life. You know, and right now is the time for us to not dwell on negativity. We gotta focus on the positive things in life. at how to come together. All of us. Love yourself, come together, figure out how we going to get through this. Because Babylon is over with. It's over with for Babylon. But people are still feeding it. And in order to bring in a new, we got to let go of the old. Because there are even people still trapped in the Babylon system who need the light. And in order for us to do that, this is why the Most High, why we were chosen. This is why we chose ourselves, or we are chosen. I'm not going to go there, but this is why we are chosen ones of the Most High, because it's about forgiveness, it's about positivity, and the number one thing is about love. We got to have love in our hearts. It's been enough wickedness, evilness, bitterness, jealousy, all that bad energy type of stuff going on long enough. We've all read that word, and it tells you how the new kingdom is on its way. The new energy, the new earth. No matter what you believe in, it's all on a positive level. We all coming together for the same purpose, to exterminate this earth and get this evil dirt up out of here. And the more people we can bring into the light, the better things will be. People can live in harmony, love each other, love themselves, show forgiveness, move on in life, quit holding on to bitterness and things people have done. Because at the end of the day, no matter what type of wickedness or sickness a person has done, they're dealing with that within themselves. Because it's you against you. Everything that someone has done, they're going to have to look at themselves in the mirror for the rest of their lives. It's not up to us to rub salt in the wound. You got to let it go, and let it, hey, that's on them at that point. Life goes on. All the little stuff that everybody found out, all the wickedness, hey, it was unfortunate, but I'm thankful to the Most High that I found out about the things I found out, and I'm thankful that I was enlightened and I understand what's going on. That's the only way to move, if you know what's going on in life. Once you find out what's going on, we can't dwell on certain things. And after a while, that stuff is about to be done and over with anyway. People, the truth done came out on so many people. Once everything is finalized, we gonna have to. A lot of people gonna be looking stupid whether they didn't know what was going on or did or didn't. Well, let me rephrase that. A lot of people are going to be looking shocked because they weren't willing to wake up when the truth was put out there. But for the people who did and who knew about it, it's called let it go and let's move forward. Because it is what it is, and it was what it was. Now we're ushering in goodness, kindness, forgiveness, love, because these people got to deal with. And sometimes you don't have to associate yourself with negative energy or negative vibes or people that you feel. We got to start learning that too. I've learned that it's not about thinking that you're better than a person. It's just I choose not to associate myself with somebody who's going to bring me to a different level. If you clashing with somebody constantly, that means your spirit don't agree with their spirit. That means it's something ain't right there. Not saying you better, but it's something ain't right there. So that's where you got to keep it moving. Because not everybody is on the same vibrational level as far as energy. And where you're on a different level, especially when you're chosen, you got to be careful with the type of energy that's in your circle, because we can't get pulled out of our element. Because how you gonna go? Because that's slipping back into going back to a negative energy, slipping a little back into the darkness, bringing your vibration down when you're supposed to be a child of the light. You got to stay away from things that if even if us doing content, if it's affecting you to the point where you just have a bad attitude, you negative, you need to find something. We got to find something else that's gonna bring our spirit up, bring our vibration up a little bit. I commend the content creators out here putting that truth out. I do, because it take a lot of courage and a lot of skills to go and do that research. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I also feel if you're going to put that out there, put it out there with a different type of energy. Also throw in other things where people can really use. We are in a time of transitioning. The new earth is here. So it's time for us to start getting creative with how people should be moving right now. Because times is getting ugly and wicked. So that was just what I wanted to come through today with this video. I thank you guys for tuning in to my video. It's been absolute pleasure putting this video out. I said I'm gonna pick it up a little bit more, get out, get busy. It's 2022. It's time for, time for us to make some changes. It's time for, it's enough. The time is here. It's the date is here. It's expired. Okay. So, that energy has expired. So let's get some positive energy going. Let's get a new earth going. It's a lot of things gonna change. A lot of things that we were so used to is going to change. I'm the type of person, I'm not attached to anything like that. I'm not attached to electronics and all. I could go without a phone. I don't have to have a phone. I don't have to have a laptop. I don't have to have electronics. I'm a lot of the things that we're so used to, even with our youth, our young adults and stuff, our kids, a lot of things they're going to have to disconnect from if you want to be away from what's to come. We're going to have to learn how. That's the type of stuff we have to kind of start opening our minds up to and pushing out here for people, especially for those of you who have a nice amount of followers. It's time to start expanding the things that we're putting out. It's nothing wrong with truth. It's a beautiful thing. But also let's add other things in it, love, positivity, unity, things like that, So that's all I wanted to say about this video. Well, that's all I wanted to say in this video. I pray that you all have a awesome weekend. Stay in prayer. Try to stay positive. I know it's hard sometimes, but I'm telling you, once you on a positive, trust me, I know, So I know it's hard sometimes. None of us are perfect. You're gonna have your ups and downs, but don't stay there. Don't sit there long. You get there, go on and move up out of there. Pray, meditate on it, and just think about the goodness. Turn the negative into a positive. That's what I learned how to do. Things that get to me, it'll bother me for a second, then I'm over it. Because I think about how favored I am. So you woke up, you're favored. So we got to think about the positive things in life and not dwell on things, because people are who they are, and that's just the way life is, and we can't expect people to be like us. Everybody's different. Everybody's created for their own purpose, so we just have to know what our purpose is. Everybody has a purpose on this earth. I don't think nobody was born a bad person, but some people picked up a bad tendencies and traits. But life is, you start experiencing things once you're born. So that's just how life is. But we don't want to become a product of our environment, and have a mindset of complacency of this is how it is and this is just who we were and all that. We got to think above and rise above that, bring our minds to a different level. wanting to know more, acknowledging things, and wanting to gain more knowledge, and not playing follow the leader. You know, we have to have a mindset of our own. Especially black people, we got to start, you know, digging deeper. You know, that's all I'm saying. Digging deeper, and it's nothing personal towards any other. I'm speaking this because my people, we need to understand more about ourselves. You know, because a lot of us are not familiar with who we are and things like that. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to know who you are and where you've come from. You know, I think it's a beautiful thing. Nothing wrong with that. That's for anybody, you know, wanting to know where you've come from and things like that, creation and life and you know, earth and all that good stuff. So thank you guys, and you have a wonderful, wonderful night. And like I said, stay safe, stay positive, and don't let anybody disturb your energy. Have a good night.